Speedtech chronograph. Now, to understand the Speedtech, let me first explain where it all started. Orient Watches sponsored Subaru Technica International Incorporated, otherwise known as STI, in the Nürburgring 24-hour race held in Germany since 2009. Subaru's BRZ GT300 was the car chosen for the Super GT class race. The partnership with Orient and STI represents a marriage of cutting-edge technology and design. Also represents the moment that the Speedtech concept was envisioned. The task of designing individual parts proved more challenging than expected, but in the end, Orient managed to come up with SKU for this watch is SDA02001WO. This model is under the Orient Star brand, which is Orient Watches' flagship international brand. Orient Star brand started in 1951 and uses Orient's higher tier caliber movements and case with upgraded deployments throughout the watch. Orient Star is made in Japan at Orient's own facility, so you can absolutely trust the quality and reliability of these timepieces. All of Orient Star watches come with an international guarantee, and your closest service station is in Los Angeles. The open heart, as you might expect, if you notice that smooth second hand and power reserve indicator, is part of the mechanical collection. The caliber used is 40R53, which includes the following functionality: 3 hands for time, a power reserve indicator, and a semi-skeleton design. A power reserve indicator allows the wearer to check how much power is left in the spring. Now, it works just like a fuel gauge in your car, so basically it just lets you know how much more power it will run without motion. This is particularly important for mechanical watches. A semi-skeleton design is why this watch is special. Take a look around the 9 o'clock position and you're going to see a cutout in the dial that exposes the balance wheel portion of the movement. Semi-skeletons are challenging to produce because you have to hand finish all the viewable metal pieces of the movement. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this dial overall. And what I particularly like about this dial is the amazing detail and the elegant choices that Orient made with this classic design. The main reason why this watch is so easy to read is its excellent color choices along with the anti-reflection on the sapphire crystal. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the casing components of this watch. Let's first take a good look at this case. The diameter is 39 millimeters and the thickness is 12 millimeters, well, approximately. And what that really means for all you folks is that it has a classic retro size. So if you like those old school type watches, this 39 millimeter case is gonna be absolutely gorgeous for you. Now go ahead and flip over the watch and you can take a look at that finish movement via the exhibition case back. Now the semi-skeleton design in the front exposes the movement from the front, and the exhibition case back exposes the movement from the back. So you can imagine how many pieces were hand finished in the assembly. Now I mentioned this before, but the reason why this watch can be easily read is through this anti-reflection on the sapphire crystal. Now please note that sapphire crystal is probably the best material you can use for crystal in watches, so this is an absolute premium option. The band that they used is made of solid stainless steel and is secured using a double push button with a folding clasp. Orient decided to use a band with both brushed and polished finishes. Alright folks, so this is Mark with OrientWatchUSA.com with the Orient Star Open Heart model. Hope to see you wearing one soon. Heart model. The SKU for this watch is SDA02002WO. This model is under the Orient Star brand, which is Orient Watches' flagship international brand. Orient Star brand started in 1951 and uses Orient's higher tier caliber movements and case with upgraded deployments throughout the watch. Orient Star is made in Japan at Orient's own facility, so you can absolutely trust the quality and reliability of these timepieces. All of Orient Star watches come with an international guarantee, and your closest service station is in Los Angeles. The open heart, as you might expect if you notice that smooth second hand and power reserve indicator, is part of the mechanical. Hey folks, this is Mark with OrientWatchUSA.com with the Orient Capital on black dial and with a leather band. The SKU for this watch is FUG1R002B9 and is part of Orient's classic collection. Orient's hallmark throughout 60 years of continuous watchmaking has been very well known for the traditional styling, and the Capital embodies those traditions in every way. Let's first talk about the movement. Now, the movement used in the Capital is an analog quartz with a caliber number HS911, which has 3 hands for time along with day and date. Now, all the movements that Orient uses are all made in Japan, so you can absolutely expect Japanese quality. Let's now take a look at this matte black dial. The dial has a curved dome shape, which is a retro design. And what I really like about this dial is those tapered bar hour indexes along with those beautiful dolphin hands. The day and date window is at the 3 o'clock position. Now that curved dial is also complemented with a curved crystal. And if you ask me, all these combinations put together really makes a timeless piece. Now that we've seen the front of the watch, let's talk about the casing components of this timepiece. Let's first take a good look at this 40.5mm case. The depth rating for this case is 30 meters, and the thickness is approximately 8mm, which makes this an extremely comfortable watch, an excellent choice for an everyday wear. Now, the band that they use is a classic leather band, and they use a buckle to secure the watch around your wrist, and you'll notice that there's an Orient inscription on the buckle itself. Alright folks, so this is Mark with OrientWatchUSA.com with the Orient Capital. Hope to see you wearing one soon.